We all want a long, healthy life full of success and prosperity. But we don't like to think about the little things we encounter every day that can ultimately lead to our downfall. Welcome to It's All Viral, and today we're bringing you 20 decisions that can ruin your life without thinking. Number 20. Not doing your own diploma thesis. Now, this is a very specific instance, but you'd be surprised by just how much it happens. It doesn't matter what school you go to, or how long ago someone else's thesis was written, or how your professors can't possibly know about the other paper. Just write your own thesis, believe me. Cheating is one thing, but cheating on something this important is an entirely different story. 19. Traveling to a country known for diseases or war. Now, we all want to take a nice vacation around the globe and forget about the world for just a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with going out and seeing the world. But how many stories have you heard of a tourist coming home with a strange disease? Zika sound familiar? Or for that matter, getting injured in a war zone. If your vacation destination is having major issues, don't risk it. It doesn't matter how much you want to see that part of the world. Just wait for the issues to be resolved before you plan your trip. Number 18. Cheating on exams. Now, whether this is in high school or college, cheating never does anything beneficial. Now, you've probably heard this time and time again from teachers, but it really is true. Not only are you not actually learning anything by cheating, but if you get caught cheating, schools nowadays will destroy your reputation. Some even go as far as expulsion or having it on your permanent record for other schools to see. And believe me, no college wants to admit a cheater. Just don't do it. Number 17. Marrying too soon. Now, we're not going to tell you how to live your life, and we're not here to tell you what age you should or should not be getting married at, or how long you should know the person before you propose. Because of course, there are examples all across the spectrum. There are couples who've dated for a month and then were happily married for the rest of their lives, and there are couples who dated for 7 years and never got married at all. But what we will tell you is that if you are not absolutely positively sure that the marriage is the right decision, well, it's not. Marriage is not like a relationship, where if something goes wrong, you can just back out. Marriage is serious. If you're not 110% about this one, just keep dating. Number 19. Avoiding taxes. Oh man. Look, no one likes paying taxes. We get that. And sometimes they can be a bit ridiculous, and they'll definitely leave you in the financial rut for a while. But what's worse? Not having a lot of money for a while, or going to prison and not having anything at all. Taxes exist for a reason, and like them or not, we have to pay them. Avoiding taxes has never, ever ended well for anyone. They will find you no matter how smart you think you're being about it. That includes you, YouTubers. Number 15. Never being a salesperson. Now, be it at a massive company or as a simple greeter at Walmart, you must have some experience in sales in order to succeed in the modern world. Because eventually, you're just going to have to sell something. It's inevitable. So, if you have no experience selling things, good luck finding buyers. Just give it a try. Don't avoid work, learn from it. Number 14. Ending your education with school. Now, we've been told our whole lives that we go to school, get a degree, and then we have a job waiting for us. But if you stop learning after getting your degree, you're finished. After getting that first job after graduating college, what you learn on that job is what's going to get you your next job. And then what you learn there will get you your next job, and so on and so forth. You can't have a mentality that you know it all once you graduate, because it's definitely not true. And if you stop learning and soaking up all the information around you, you're definitely not going to get far. Number 13. Having bad friends. Now, regardless of what you think, your friends will rub off on you. You need to find a solid group of people that you can talk to, express your feelings to, and will not pressure you into anything that could do more damage to you in the long run than good. Find a good group of friends and get close with them. No man is a failure who has friends. Number 12. Getting into a fight if you don't know how to fight. Now, this may seem obvious, but it's worth stating. If you're going to get yourself into a physical fight, you should at least know how to protect yourself. Even if you know the other person doesn't have a lot of fighting knowledge either, you should educate yourself at least a little bit. And if the other person does know how to fight and you don't, well, have fun at the hospital. Take a few minutes out of your day to learn how to correctly punch before you get into any bar fights. You'll save yourself the injuries, humiliation, and maybe the price of dentists putting in new teeth. Number 11. not speaking up. If you see something wrong, say something. It's as simple as that. How many times have you heard stories of someone seeing something that could potentially wind up bad in the future, not saying anything about it, and then that thing goes horribly, horribly wrong? If you see something that has evil potential, don't just tolerate it. Say something about it. Do something about it. Number 10. Investing in something you don't completely understand. Many people start their own businesses, and not all of them go quite as planned. Now, it's not a bad thing if a business fails. Plenty of them do. It happens all the time. But if you're going to put your money on the line, you must understand the potential consequences of the business itself. Do not invest in a business if you don't fully comprehend their mission statement, their product, or their potential loss down the line. Number 9. Unprotected sex. Here's another one we've heard since we were kids. Don't ever have unprotected sex because you'll get diseases and die. Well, let's have a realistic talk about this. Are you ready to have a family? Are you ready to have an STD? If the answer to either of those is no, then wrap it up before you have your fun. In order to be really safe with sex, you must approach every sexual encounter as if this one will go wrong. Just play it safe. There's a reason you've been taught safe sex for so long. It's because it works. Number 8. Focus on yourself. Yes, you need to focus on yourself from time to time to stay healthy and happy, but you also need to remember the billions of other people that you share this planet with. Yes, you're the star of your own show, but kind of so is everyone else. Keep yourself in mind, but also keep others in mind. The world isn't yours and you can't treat it like it is, but you are an important part of it. Number 7. Forgetting work friends. Everyone will go through different jobs throughout their lives, but one of the worst things you can do is forget about the people you've worked with. Every new friend you make is a new opportunity for work, projects, or just good friendships. It's called networking. And when you go to a new job, don't just forget about the people you met at your old job. Stay in touch with them. Number 6. Following your passion. Now this one can be a little upsetting, but it has to be said. If you decide that the best way to live your life is to pursue your current passion, you may just be dooming yourself to fail. Passions are temporary, and many of them won't ever work as career choices. Now, it's not wrong to have passions, and it's not wrong to enjoy life, but remember to always have a realistic backup plan in case your passions change or they just don't work out financially. Number 5. Not following your passion. Okay, we know this is going to be a little bit confusing with point number 4, but a life without passion is not a life anyone wants to have. No one wants to work 24/7. But life is a balance between our work and our passions. Yes, you should never abandon work for the sake of your passions unless it's a sure thing, and most of the time it isn't. But you should also never abandon your passions for the sake of work either. Find your balance. Number 4. Being careless with your heart. This one may sound cheesy, but it's absolutely true. You need to be extremely careful with who you get romantically involved with as you get older. Allowing yourself to be heartbroken time and time again will only destroy your desire to be in a lasting relationship with someone and may cause you to never find the person you're looking for. Be careful with who you get involved with. There's nothing wrong with being cautious in the dating world. Remember that age-old creed: never stick your dick in crazy. Number 3. Driving drunk. This one shouldn't even have to be said. Just don't. If you really need further persuasion, just look up how many people die from driving drunk or getting hit by drunk drivers every single year. Don't be part of the statistics. Just don't. Number 2. Taking on massive debt to live big. Now, some people think it's a good idea to take on a little bit of debt to enjoy a life of luxury. Fun fact, this almost never goes well for anyone. You still have to pay for those luxuries eventually. And if you can afford them, just pay for them now instead of later and letting that debt build up. A good way to live your life is to just think to yourself, if I can't pay cash for it, I can't afford it. And finally, the number 1 way to ruin your life: quitting a job without a plan. Yes, there are a lot of crappy jobs out there. Many jobs are terrible, and it's completely normal to hate that job from time to time and just want to quit for greener pastures. But if you quit your job, you had better have a backup plan. There are millions of stories of people who hated their jobs but quit before they had a new occupation and ended up in debt or even homeless. If you're going to cut out a source of income, you need to have a backup source. Quitting a job without a new job in your back pocket is one of the simplest but most devastating things you can do in your entire life. But alright, there we go. Those are 20 decisions that could ruin your life without you even realizing it. Now, practice smart decision making and be sure to drop us a like and subscribe for more great content. And don't forget to let us know what you thought of this video down in the comment section below. But alright, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching It's All Viral, and we'll catch you all in the next one.